Hello, and welcome back to Thief 3, The Bridge. We are on the bridge right now, and this is the shop we need to go into. So, without further ado, I'm going to cut right here and we'll be on the other side. See you there. Alright. Wait, do I have to... I have keys right here. I have to pick... They got like 3 frickin' locks here. Man, they really don't want anybody to get into here. Like, at all. That's the most complicated lock I've seen all mission. Fancy. Of course, there's tile. Shiny, too. Well, I got in. Now what? Jeremiah Grimworth, proprietor. And... Caspar Julius Horatio DePerrin III, founder and proprietor. Just had to be more important than the other guy, huh? What's this? Showroom. Oh, I thought it was going to be each of their offices. And I have to show the gallery. Let's go to the gallery. Do they have any guards here? Ma'am. City of the Ancients. Fantastical landscapes by Horatio. Here the great master imagines a classical ideal. A landscape unscathed by industry and mechanization. Pagan witchcraft! Sorry. I've been going to church far too often. Well, we're going to take this with us, apparently. Let's mess everything up just a little bit. The Docks by Day, engraving by Hoggart, 57 out of 100. What? The master of satire turns his attention to capturing the hustle and bustle of a busy street on Wayside. That's a very busy street. I'll take that, and I'll take that, and that, and that. Why can't I take these, by the way? I don't see how this chimney works. Shale Bridge Lunatic Asylum, Hogarth. 185 out of 250. What does that number mean? Part of a series of engravings meant to draw attention to the plight of the mentally ill. Yeah, it's creepy. Peasant Girl Unknown. A fine painting by an unknown master of Janizaria School, depicting an idealized peasant girl. I can't even say idealized, apparently. The Odalisque. That's what I'm looking for. By Ernavo Adaleskis were the name given to the concubines of the ancient Thorvian keys. Not for sale. Well, I mean, I might as well just... I can't take it. I thought I was supposed to take that. Portrait of Lady Belinda Caroline Summers. Steal the statue of Odaleska. So they have a painting and a statue? Maybe you just misread that. That's a lot of paintings. Can't I, like, take some of these paintings? Take these instead! I have to break it. Ha-ha! Nice. More special items. Nothing to display in the big one? I really want to take some of these paintings, damn it. I'm assuming they don't live here, right? Nope, I've heard this one. I turned it off, damn it. Great, I'm playing it multiple times now. Private. Well, this is nice. I kind of think that I won't get copyrighted for this, because it's just a mess of noise. Hopefully you all can understand what I'm saying, because I can't understand what I'm saying right now. Please shut the door. I can hear through the door. God, that's loud. They probably have that on loop all day, every day. Let me up. There we go. Ooh, a bird statue. Fancy. Ooh, a box I can pick up. Fancy. Those would have been handy. Bouncing boxes. Not as handy as I thought they'd be. The question is, how many of these are actually real? Haha. You should have hired a guide. I'm honestly surprised there isn't one. Did I hear a mouse, or is that just a box squeaking? Yeah. Nothing fell through the cracks. Whoa. Fancy. Very fancy. Wow. Look at that shit. That is just fancy right there. The way the light comes in through those slats. And it's all pretty on the ground because rainbows. Sorry. I'll stop. And the boar heads, they're just, well, they're boar heads. Maybe they do. What the hell? Maybe they do live here. Oh, it's the kitchen. Gotcha. Minnie, the damn mechanical mouse has gone missing. Mechanical mouse? Have your weens been playing with it again? If they can't keep out of the shop front, I'll have to rethink my decision to allow them to come in with you. That thing is worth a small fortune. It's not a toy. Maybe keep it near you? Is that what I heard over here? Somewhere around here. I could have swore I heard a mouse. Was it just me? Or was it just every time I dropped a box? 'Cause I didn't see nothing. Place is far too fancy for a shop. And there's just a toilet. Wow. Privacy at all? I mean, the bath has privacy. Just not much of it. Okay. Ma'am. Apparently you're not worth anything. That's not me saying it, that's Garrett saying it, to be fair. I'll take that and that. Why are there some very strange potted plants? Okay. I don't like this. Why is there no guard? Yeah, they do live here, but there's nobody here. Lost artifacts of the ancient world. Elysius Caddock. Oh dear God. Appendices 26? Jesus. There are many more antiques which are mentioned in these ancient texts, but which are too shrouded in legend and pagan lies to find a home elsewhere in this book, but which nevertheless deserve some mention. The ancient kings of Throve were said to be in possession of a fabulous gold statue about 2 feet high, which was known as the Odalisque. This object was handed down through generations and was believed to be of spiritual significance, though, of course, these people knew naught of the builder and his works. Yet it could be of pagan origin, as some have suggested, since the Order of the Vine, known not the art of metallurgy, and the crafting of metal is deeply offensive to their nature. There is scant information about the exact appearance of the article, except that all who laid eyes on were consumed by desire to own it. Indeed, the legend says that the Odalek, I don't even know, because that one doesn't have an S in it. Odalesk caused a war amongst the Throvian nobility. I'm assuming that's nobility? It looks like a U. Which lasted 25 years and caused the thereafter. Full stop, I guess. The Odalesk disappeared and has been lost ever since. That was odd. Book! Well, that's some background on the Odal... Why would you lock your wardrobe? Okay. Some background on the Odalesk. Still don't know if I'm saying that right. There we go. Piece of paper here. Sir, I believe you are acquainted with a friend of mine, a Mr. John Ketch, and that he sold a certain object recently. Unfortunately, the item was not his to sell, it was mine. Obviously, you could not have known this at the time, so it will not be necessary to involve the watch. Years? Andrea Kolnikov? Years? What? Private Journal of Jeremiah Grimworth. Oh, dear God, are you kidding me? Oh, if this wasn't story sensitive, I would just say nope and walk off. Let's see, let's get back to the day that I'm supposed to be on. There we go. Friday. A strange thing happened today. I noticed a ruffian loitering around the door, who eventually summoned enough courage to enter. He looked disheveled and unwell, not to mention nervous, and I immediately assumed he was some kind of loose finger come to rob me. Instead, he produced a large black figurine that he had wrapped in rags about 2 feet high. I took it to be some kind of pagan fertility symbol, though I had never seen anything like it, and it seemed to be made of metal, iron or some such. Despite its primitive style, I was fascinated by it and offered to buy it at once, ignoring the fact that the scoundrel had obviously stolen it. Curiously, he became suddenly loath to part with it, and I had to threaten to call the city watch before he took my coins and fled. It is a strange object, ugly, though I am quite taken with it. For some reason I cannot fathom. I have hidden it from DePerrin. Perhaps I'll keep it for myself. It doesn't seem to be worth much. Saturday. I feel I'm losing my mind. Earlier today, Lieutenant Renton from Shoalsgate Station appeared in the shop inquiring about the statue. For some reason, I still cannot fathom. I denied all knowledge of it, and the wretch who had sold it to me. From what I could gather, the rascal, his name was Ketch, I believe, has indeed purloined the piece, and murdered its owner to boot. I should have handed over the statue right away, but something stopped me. It's strange, but I don't feel I could part with it. Sunday. I have been fretting since the city watch visited. I don't think they quite believed me. I can't stop thinking about the artifact. She's become quite beautiful to my eyes. Bewitching, almost. I found myself wanting to know more about it. I made my excuses this morning and set off to visit the unfortunates rotting in Pavelock Gull. I found Ketch, eventually. He is waiting to be hanged in Execution Square tomorrow. He agreed to relate to me his story. In return, I agreed to pass a few coins to the executioner to make a clean job of it. It seems as though one has to pay for everything these days. It appears Ketch and his associate of his Kolnikov were itinerants, sure, and were approached by a certain Remus Haviland and hired to excavate some tunnels in the abandoned part of the new quarter. though I couldn't extract precisely where. Apparently, Haviland was some kind of academic, and had become obsessed with uncovering the resting place of a certain relic, something called the Odalisque, said to be a treasure of the Throvian kings. After several days of digging, it appears that they uncovered a kind of grotto, and within the statue. Meanwhile, Ketch and Kornikov had convinced themselves that the statue was theirs, because they had done all the digging, presumably, and caved in the back of Haviland's skull with a shovel. I suppose the old fool should have known better, but it is cold-hearted nonetheless. Out in the open, they were dismayed to find that the object was apparently made of lead or iron, and not worth that much, and they promptly decided to unload it at the earliest opportunity, whence it fell into my hands. They were undone, however, because Haviland was not quite dead and managed to drag himself out of the tunnels and call for help. This is where it gets interesting, for as he lay dying, Haviland condemned both Ketch and Kornikov, and insisted that the statue was made of solid gold. He must have been mistaken, however. I tried to get to the bottom of how the object ended up in the bizarre underground cave in the first place, but on this point the wretched Ketch was not much help. He said only that Haviland had hinted that it had been hidden there by some kind of secret society who thought it dangerous, whatever that means. Monday. What a day! I began with a little research and found some interesting references in Caddick and Kavanagh to this Odalisque. The descriptions bore a certain resemblance to my latest acquisition, except they all made it quite clear that it was made of solid gold. But it got me thinking, what if Haviland was onto something? What if it were the Odalisque after all? That it suddenly struck me. I took a small knife and scratched the surface of the statue. The lacquered finish came off easily, and underneath, gold. For a long while I was quite giddy. Its value must be astronomical. I'll be able to set up the business for myself, away from that fool DePerrin, or leave the stinking cesspool of a city altogether. However, it appears I have some competition. It seems Ketch's companion, this Kozlkov, is it spelled differently now? I don't know. Is still at large, and he has reused his mistake. He has reused his mistake? Okay. He sent me a letter today demanding I return his statue, and threatening me in no uncertain terms. He seems a crafty one. I will have to tread carefully. Tuesday. Yet more suitors for the Obelisk. That idiot DePerrin has been sniffing around. I had placed the Odalisque in the vault. Stupid of me, I know, but it's still the most secure place in the building. Of course he knows the codes, but he never usually goes in there. He asked me about the new acquisition. I attempted to dismiss it, but I think he saw through me. He is a fool, except when it comes to money, where he is as sly as a fox. If that weren't enough, Kornikov, I swear it's spelled differently, appeared at the shop today again, demanding the return of his statue. I shall have to make a plan sooner rather than later. I can't stay here any longer. Wednesday. Well, there is now way back for me now. I found that DePerrin in the vault. He had scraped off more of the statue's lacquer. I'm not sure what happened after that. I saw red. Anyway, I have stowed his body in the vault. Nobody but him and me know the code. I don't know how long I've got. Not long. Well, that's not good. So he killed his partner and stashed him in the vault. Likely with the statue? With the Odalisque? It was Kornikov in other places, right? And in that... It seemed like it was spelled differently. Like there was no R in it or something. Somehow I'm gonna have to find out the code. Make sure there's no books standing out. Well, let's continue to look around. It's a very claustrophobic hallway right there. So as paranoid as this guy is, though, I should probably be careful. He may be paranoid enough not to have guards. That might be why there's no guards right now. It seems like lockpicking is just fine in this mission. I haven't done anything to my installation of Thief 3, by the way. So I guess the last one, it was broken in the mission? I don't know. Now, where is this vault? Is it an actual vault? Or just like a little safe? Somebody's been taking out a lot of books. And not putting them back. Here we go. It's a book. Not useful. My dear Lord Baffert, thank you for your letter again inquiring about the scepter. I regretfully inform you that the answer is the same as last time, and that we have seen nothing of the scepter. Let me once again express our deepest sympathies for your loss. But as I informed you previously, if stolen, it will most likely have left the city by now, or else been melted down and its constituent parts sold. Such practices are, I'm told, quite common on the undermarket. I think they mean black market, but okay. Perhaps his lordship could be distracted by some of our latest shipments. For instance, we have just received a particularly fine pair of iridian onyx cats, fashioned after one of their primitive idols. I might add their eyes are formed from 2 gems of startling beauty. To complete to complete this game of cat and mouse, we have unearthed a peculiar piece of mechanist technology, a clockwork mouse constructed out of pure gold, which would make a perfect gift. Second time we've heard of that mouse. I look forward to seeing you in person at the shop shortly. Your humble servant, Jeremiah Grimworth. Yeah, I just garbled that in my mouth. Jeebus. Research notes propriety, Jesus Christ. Property of Jeremiah Grimworth. Found some interesting references to the Odalesque in Caddock and Kavanagh. The later mentions a solid gold statue about 2 feet high owned by the kings of Throve. The legend claims caused a war. Imagine that. It must have been valuable. I mean, it's causing killings in the city right now. Came across the passage in an ancient history of Throvian kings by an unknown author. It is written in longhand, presumably it was never published through normal channels. It describes the centuries-old war mentioned by Kavanagh, but goes into considerably more detail. The reign of Haddon lasted almost 25 years, from 346 to 367, and was blighted by almost continual civil war with various members of the local nobility, including his own family, most of whom were butchered, along with thousands of his subjects. In the general slaughter... Oh, that's all... Sorry, I think I'm coming to the end of this recording session, guys. The reason for this ongoing bloodshed is shrouded in mystery, but seems to revolve around the rightful ownership of a small golden statue, believed to be of spiritual significance, which had been passed down among the kings of Throve since time immemorial. I do know how to read, I swear, guys. The writer speculates it was of pagan origin, though I'm doubtful of this, as the Order of the Vine have never been interested in the precious metals, or the art of metalworking. He goes on to relate that the Odalesque was in fact lost during the wars, and Haddon died soon after. Well, that doesn't really help me. Jeremiah Herm, Business Coordinator, Rompen Dockside Shipping. Sir, in response to your letters of this is Grimsworth, of last Tuesday regarding the shipment from Bone, I note that the merchandise is still sitting in the warehouse, and no effort seems to have been made to resolve the situation. I needn't remind you that our customer is a person of substance, and not without some influence in the city council. Perhaps I could give you some gentle advice? From one businessman to another? Are your licenses in order? Yours respectful, J. Grimworth. Wow, what a dick. My dear Gertrude, I'm sorry if that fool DePerrin offended you. If I didn't need the respectability and contacts his name brings, I swear I'd dump his body in the river. He wouldn't last 5 minutes without me. I make all the decisions and do all the work. All he does is swan in and out of his latest trollop, with his latest trollop, acting like he owns the place. Oh, he may have the accent, and the airs and graces, and the fine manners, but underneath it all, the man is a vulgar, witless lout. Please accept my apologies for his behavior. Did you actually dump his body in the river after you killed him, perhaps? Kavanaugh's Relics of the Ancient Worlds, a guide for collectors and connoisseurs. Okay, good. I tried to scroll back, it wouldn't let me. Our knowledge of the Throvian Odalisque reaches us by way of the legends of the kings of Throve. It is difficult to extract the facts from the various legends surrounding this period of history, which are, after all, is several centuries ago, but one or two things seem certain. The Odalisque, a statue of a reclining woman. It measures about 2 feet high. It was handed down through generations of royal dynasty, and seems to have left a trail of blood, betrayal, and death in its wake. Indeed, it is believed to have caused at least one war which lasted more than a generation, and accounted for the senseless slaughter of thousands before it was finally lost to the world, perhaps just as well. Certainly it was deemed to be of spiritual significance, but the legends also imply that it had some kind of magical power. Anyone who laid eyes upon her, it was said, would be consumed with the desire to possess her, to the exclusion of everything else. It seems likely that it was, at some point, melted down either for the gold or simply destroyed in order to end the war. Either way, it seems unlikely to have survived, although there are rumors that it was in fact stolen from the royal treasury by a secret society and brought here to the city, and then hidden. Who the secret society might be is not known. Certainly not the Hammers, but possibly the Order of the Vine, or even some order of mages. On the other hand, how any of these guilds, or any one of these, could have breached the treasury in the first place remains a mystery. If the fate of the Odalisque is shrouded in mystery, then its origin is even more. Certainly, it must have predated the Trovian dynasties by several millennia, and is possibly a remnant of the much mooted but so far hypothetical culture of the precursors. This is unlikely. Its primitive, brutal style is unlike anything associated with the precursors' culture. Others point to early pagan fertility symbols, but again, the pagans, then as now, will have nothing to do with gold or precious metals. More likely, then, it is the product of some even earlier society that is now forgotten. Huh. I mean, that doesn't help me too much, except, as we know already, don't look at the damn thing. Hopefully Garrett's smart enough to put, like a blanket over it or something. So you just don't sell it, or you don't look at it and you sell it. Done and done. Simple as that. We need to get into... Oh dear God. That's a lot of gems. There we go. I think this, I think this, we're going to be going over a little bit, because I think I'm almost done, but, I don't know by how much. The story of O, the lurid and shocking confessions of a lady of pleasure. You should probably lock your chest. Pages are sticky. Casper Old Chap. Change the code of the vault to Ignatius Louis Alfonso Conrad. Please don't leave the note lying around like last time. ILAK. Okay. don't know what that looks like, so... Still nobody here. Huh. The fire is going, though. That's odd, right? Ooh, I'll take that. And that. Crap. Just crap to get drunk off. Gotcha. The good ones to taste. The other ones just crap. And hut. And hut. And hut. There we go. Ah, is it up here? Normally the vault's downstairs, but not here. Ah, they built it into the attic. Guess that makes sense. Yeah, I don't need anything else. We got a lot of stuff. I like this attic makes sense. All these frames and everything, and then goods that they're storing up here, instead of just random junk. All this makes sense. Unfortunately, I guess I don't know what boxes to look through, so Garrett's not going to bother. They're numbers, though. I-L-A-K. Huh. Are they Roman numerals? It was I-L-A-K, right? That's a lot of numbers if it's I-L-A-K. I don't know what A would be. I-L-A-K. Huh? Is it the number of letters? So, 8686? Let's try that. If I even counted them right. I may not have. As you can tell, my brain is pretty much mush. Eight. 6. 8. 6. Here's the thing. I don't know how many digits it is. And it's obviously not letters. Well, I'm gonna look around a little bit, and I will be right back. 4865. All right. Back to the vault. All right. 4, 8, 6. Haha! Yo. Take it and leave. Damn. And all we can do is leave. Fuck. Well, let's take what we can. We got these 2 chests. Wow, you guys don't use a bank, do you? 92%? Wow. You don't have to have anything on you, would you? Probably shouldn't be handling the body, but... Yeah, DNA and fingerprints, I don't think is the thing. Okay. Well, he's possessed. Why am I not in darkness, please? How did they know all of a sudden to come here? Well, it's not good now, is it? Now? He's sneak the fuck out of here. Don't think he saw me because I would have failed the objective. It's just him in here? Nope, not just him in here. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. There's nowhere to hide. I can kind of hide here. Ah, fuck. Ooh, wow, I can see through the building. That's interesting. Is he coming up or not? He's downstairs. Why was he coming up the... I don't get it. Maybe he just had to use the restroom. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Fuck. Crap.
I don't know. Exciting. Why is this open? That's right. Keep it up. I'm honing in.
No, you're not. Oh, fuck. I'm hiding behind a chair. And it's working.
Chasing after nothing. And me with my bad back. Nothing. Nobody.
I can't believe that worked. Okay, how am I gonna do this one?
Wait. The back?
There was never anything to begin with.
Just some sounds. Wind or something.
Come on, bud. I'm just gonna have to knock him out, aren't I?
Did I just... Is that... What?
Well,
I
crap.
saw that. What?
This is why I saved. This thing that sucks is not knowing where he is. There he is. Come on, bud. Don't mind the creep on the door. Bye. See you guys later. Okay, well, we're back on the bridge. Fuck. Run for the shadows, hopefully. Run some more. Hopefully I just get out of here the same way I came in.
Boots, stupid toe pinchers. Just once I'd like to see somebody. Did I see? Better wake up.
Don't know how that works, but okay.
It's nothing. We shouldn't drink so much coffee.
Yeah,
Evening.
coffee's the
Carry
problem.
on.
Yeah, coffee's the problem. Hello? I found the garbage. Are you good? Nobody out here? How how did they know to patrol there all of a sudden? That's not good. I got enough money, but I didn't get my prize. Here we go. Well, that was close. I get the feeling Kolnikov would have wanted more than just his cut. He was using me to get to get the Odalesk back, and I don't like being used. Ah, that's because we were working for Kolnikov. I forgot about that. That Taffer's got it coming this time. Grimworth must have killed DePerrin and escaped with his precious statue. Crazy old bird. I'm lucky to have got out of this whole mess without having a murder pinned on me. All this fuss over a 2-foot-high woman. I can do without it, even if she is made of solid gold. Still, I didn't come away completely empty-handed. I should be able to keep the wolves from the door, at least for a while. Well, there we go. We didn't get what we were looking for, but we did get enough stuff beyond that to deal with this. We'll probably have to deal with Kolnikov at some point. Again, could swear that he was being misspelled in a couple places, which completely threw me. Either that or I'm an idiot, which is quite possible. But yeah, this was a great mission. This was absolutely great. There was only 2 things I didn't like about it. It felt empty, which kind of makes sense. That might just be my problem. And the fact that you couldn't tell where dark was. That is absolutely necessary when you're playing a thief game. We need the dark. But beyond that, the architecture was great. It was a nice little heist mission. And honestly, the shop was amazing. That looked great in there. But yeah, till next time, when we play more Thief fan missions. It seems like it's gone from not so good to really fucking good. Maybe there's things that'll really blow my mind. But we'll have to see till then. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed my nonsense. If you did, a like, comment, subscribing, and hitting that bell icon would be greatly appreciated. This has been Boylag, signing off.